Welcome back to Wash Talk, the Car Wash Podcast. I'm your host, Rich DiPaolo, and joining me today is Mike O'Donnell, a principal with Smart Solutions, an innovative fluid technology company serving the professional car wash industry, specializing in advanced chemistry, technology, and service. Mike, great to see you today.
Thanks, Rich. Great to see you. Excited to be here.
Yeah, for sure. And as you know well by now, Michael, and I'm sure many of our viewers here know as well, you wrote a great article for our January 2023 issue of Professional Car Washing and Detailing magazine. Really, the heart of the article was how technology has become so infused in the car wash process and in car wash operations, and now these operators have so much information at their fingertips that can help them, monitor and manage the operation pretty much in real time today. So I wanted to catch up with you today, Mike, on that article and just have a few follow-up questions for you. All right.
Sure, sounds great, Rich.
All right, yeah, and viewers can see that article if they missed it. They can certainly view our archives on carwash.com for that article, but. Michael, as I mentioned here at the top, technology has become so infused in car wash operations these days. So how does technology contribute to the success of a car wash in 2023?
Well, fortunate enough for me, I've been in the business long enough to see when there was zero or little technology, and it's been exciting to watch the space grow to where it is today. Amazing, actually. In today's washes, technology can touch every part of the operation, front and back, and all that technology aids in owners' decisions and their decision processes on what to do in real time. You said that at the beginning. Real time is a key word here. So you have instant access to data to make decisions immediately that can positively impact that day, that week, that year on how you're going to run and operate your car wash.
We look at the old pictures of the car wash industry 100 years or so ago in its primitive form, so to speak. But there would be washers literally standing on platforms with brushes and scrubbing the tops of cars. It was very much a manual process, right? So the industry is a lot different when you visit a car wash. Obviously, today, the modern car wash, if you will, looks a lot different. So what are some of the prominent trends that are driving these changes, Michael, that are occurring in the market that warrant such an elevated use of technology and analytics and insight?
Sure. So we feel the top three focuses operators are zeroed in on right now are operational costs, memberships, and competition. We've had a lot of hyper growth in the space, and understanding how to adapt and or pivot on those three pieces, optimize cost, be upfront on marketing and promotions, and getting more, signing up more members. All those pieces, technology provide the analytics and all the information that you need to deal with those pieces.
Yeah, in your article that I mentioned here, Michael, you talked about how site management technology hasn't really kept pace with innovation. I'm curious, what do you think the primary reasons for this gap here?
I think you've got a tradition, a long-standing tradition of the support side. The operators leaning on a third party to provide the service and other things they need to keep the wash operating properly. And a lot of the new focus and the hyper focus is on growth. So the technology went that direction with point of sales and memberships and reports and analytics on the cash flow side, and it didn't keep pace with the operational side. And so as the market changes, world events and some challenges have faced all these operators, reflecting back to maybe even a softening market on now operational costs, technology addresses those things, or will address those things.
Yeah, one of the things that stuck out to me in the article, Michael, was the nice looking graphics that you sent in, the illustrations that we included with the article. Really user friendly apps and dashboards have changed the way these programs and these systems have become user friendly. I'm old enough to know the DOS operating system on computers wasn't very user friendly, but these new apps, they encourage people, they're easy enough to follow and monitor and things like that. So so making them user friendly is very important, right? But what are some of the leading benefits for operators in monitoring maintenance and managing critical components of their tunnel with a web-based solution, as you outlined in your article?
We feel the best path is being proactive instead of reactive. You've got to think of these modern washes with thousands of moving parts and washing hundreds, in some cases thousands of cars a day. That managing all that and staying in front of all that is key to uptime, wash quality, consistency, things like that. So basically out front of those issues and on top of them, scheduled maintenances, longevity of the equipment, safety for your staff and for your customers, all those things become critical to success and getting the most out of the very large investment now that you've put into a facility and what the equipment costs and so on.
Yeah, it's certainly a tipping point for operators who are on the fence of investing in technology or not. It's simply a matter of doing business these days, right? So how would you define a, quote unquote, smart operator, which you referenced in your article? How would you define what a smart operator is? And can all operators, regardless of location and wash format, how can they benefit from such a level of remote management technology?
Smart operators are going to put themselves in the best position to be successful. And taking advantage of all the tools and all the technology currently out there puts you in that position. Again, understanding real time what's happening everywhere on the property is going to be technology driven and is technology driven. And having that information on hand available is what gives operators or smart operators a competitive edge.
Yeah, we could talk all day about the benefits of using technology in your wash operations, Michael, but at the end of the day, it could be obviously a little overwhelming for those operators who have been in the market and have done things a certain way for so long. That's why there's companies like yours at Smart Solutions and other companies in the industry that can help operators along the way infuse some of this great technology and Internet of Things, as you mentioned in your article. So.
Right.
So that's great. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, Mike, to discuss this article a little bit more with me today. Like I said, viewers out there could go to carwash.com to see the article in our archives. And I appreciate you doing this interview with me today, Mike, and it was great to see you.
Rich, thank you so much for having me. Great to see you.